Hi, welcome to another video. So, there's an open source AI editor called Aide. Now, this Aide AI editor is something that has been around for a long time, and I saw it a long time back. Recently, many people started talking about it, and I actually tried it, but it was so buggy that I was unable to use it. I didn't make a video on it because I didn't want to be very rough on an open source project. Their AI editor was based on one of their agentic systems called Sidecar, which apparently tops the SWE Bench and is the best AI agentic system for software development tasks, which is what they claim. Now, you could use Sidecar individually, but it is rough to use. But recently, Aide launched a VSCode extension called Codestory Sota SWE. This extension basically puts this agentic system in a VSCode extension, and you can use it just like you use Cline. And because it is a topper on the SWE bench, it means that it should be great to use, or at least, I hope so. So, today, I'll be testing it out, and we'll see if it's worth it. But before we do that, let me tell you about today's sponsor, NinjaChat. Paying for models from different providers costs a lot of money these days, but you can save a lot of money on your membership costs by using NinjaChat. It gives you access to latest models from Anthropic, OpenAI, Gemini, and even image or video generation models like Flux and Cline, all in one place, for a price that just starts from $11. They have a bunch of tools to use these models in intricate ways, like the AI Playground feature, which allows you to compare multiple models in one place by sending one prompt to multiple models from multiple providers, which is really great. They also have a bunch of other tools as well, like writing tools, a mind map generator, and even a new artifacts feature. So, you can check them out through the link in the description, and make sure to use my coupon code KING25 to get an additional 25% off these already great deals. First of all, the VSCode extension is also open source, and the agentic system beneath it, which is Sidecar, is also open source. So, that's super cool. It seems that it can do agentic code editing, like reading the right files from your codebase, making necessary changes in place, and iterating on its own work in case there are pending items or issues. Basically, it can do anything you ask it to, which is pretty cool. It can also do terminal command execution. You can also bring in your own Claude 3.5 Sonnet API key, or you can use OpenRouter if you wish, which is great. Although you can't use Ollama, which is a bummer for sure. You can also provide context to it manually if you just want to work on a specific file or directory. Now, let's try it and test it out. So, let's just open up VS Code. Here, you can just go to Extensions and search for Codestory, and you'll find this extension. Just get it installed. Once you install it, it will install the Sidecar thing on your system, so wait a bit. Once it's done, you'll see this thing, and it will ask you to select Anthropic or OpenRouter. Then, you can enter the API key and model you want to use. It defaults to Claude Sonnet. Once you get it configured, you can start using it. Here, in the main screen, you can see that you can send the prompt here, attach images as well, and add manual context if you want to. Then you have the same settings and stuff at the top. Let's start with something simple and see how it works. Let's ask it to make a simple Minesweeper game using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Once you send it, you'll see that it starts doing that. It's very similar to Cline or Windsurf or any other similar tools, although it's more similar to Cline, because you can see that it shows the code, it's streaming directly in the sidebar, which is not very cool. But it's the first version of the thing, so I won't complain. After the whole code is streamed, it applies it to the file, which is good. However, it doesn't ask the user if they want to, like what Cline does. That's one downside. It does stuff on its own without asking for approval or anything, which is a little bad for sure. But you can see that it streams the code one by one, which looks good. If we wait a bit, at last, it keeps showing a blank line one by one and doesn't stop, which is not very cool. So, I just stopped it manually with the cancel option. But anyway, it has made the files, and you can look at them here. So, let's run it and check as well. Okay, so this works pretty well. I mean, I don't have any problems with this. So, that's cool. It's buggy because it's like the first release, but it surely holds potential. I mean, even Cline was buggy at the start, so I won't complain. Anyway, let's try it out with something else, and keep it a little more complex this time. So, this is a basic expo that I have, and I'm going to ask it to make a water tracker app, which results in a failure when used in cursor. But let's send it here and see how well it works. You can see it doing some stuff here. Let's wait a bit because this will take some time to finish. Okay, it's now done. It did it quite well, although it again got stuck at the last step where it had to finish, which is a little bad, but that's fine. I won't complain much because it did make the files and everything. So, let's run it and see. Okay, this works pretty well. The generation looks pretty good as well. So, this is great for sure. I mean, it has some issues, like the ending thing and stuff like that. But for the first version, it seems pretty good. I think this will get better. It also has image support and manual context if you want that. One thing it doesn't seem to have is the history option because I can't access the history, which is a real pain. So, it needs to be fixed as well. Another thing is that it would be better to have an approval option rather than directly applying stuff, because in many cases, AI can hallucinate and do some wrong things. That also needs to be taken care of. I wasn't able to use their Aide editor because of a bunch of issues, but this seems to be something to look out for because it can do some really cool stuff, which is amazing, to say the least. I hope the bugs are ironed out, and it also supports open models more easily, as well as the ability to use custom endpoints. That will make it even better for people. I think it holds great potential if executed right. The technology of their Sidecar Agent seems to be ironed out, but it's just that this extension needs some work. Then, it will be a great option to use, for sure. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked this video, consider donating to my channel through the Super Thanks option below, or you can also consider becoming a member by clicking the Join button. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.